Welcome back to the channel. Quite obviously, I'll be speaking on Mr. Devin Haney for several minutes. So here we go. There are times when we choose our heroes simply because we like them, and that's it. No need for technical reasons. We do not choose them because of their skills at times or dedication to the sport. Neither their capabilities and/or abilities. We just like them, and that's all that matters at the time of making that decision. I like Devin Haney just because I do, plain and simple. But he is also a very skilled boxer with a very high ring IQ, so this is an added bonus for me. And with that said, I'd like to see him victorious against Kambosos Jr. on June the 5th. And I'd like to see him bring those belts back home. I believe that this will quite possibly be Devin's defining moment in boxing and also his career. A win elevates him to becoming the undisputed. But before we can rejoice in Mr. Haney's victory, I will say he's going to have to go to work like he's never done before. This possibly will be his most difficult and menacing opponent. Mr. Haney has his work cut out for him in order to claim his position as the undisputed. And although there are some factors going into the fight that we presume will affect him, Devin Haney must be extremely locked in and not allow anything to distract him. When comparing the two boxers and their skill levels, I would give the advantage to Mr. Haney, but I think it will take more than skill levels to be victorious. Fights of this nature challenges the boxers themselves as he's never been challenged before. A fight of this nature places greater demands on the boxer and even his team. What must Haney do to secure the victory? There are many things I can say, but in the end, they would be very theoretical and opinion-based. Even Haney does not fully know the answer to this question until the fight begins, because it would also depend on what Mr. Kambosos brings to the table. No matter the game plan, the opponent plays a very significant role in what one can and cannot do. I am sure the training and preparation for this fight has covered many scenarios, but the unknown does not rear its head until the moment are right. It appears that Haney fighting on the enemy soil might work against him. Kambosos Jr. will have full support of the Australian people and system. So with that said, I do believe that Mr. Haney's performance must be legendary on the 5th of June. I normally do not advocate for a KO or one forcing the KO, but in this case it is highly recommended. There must be no doubt that Mr. Haney was victorious. There must be no doubt that he is truly the undisputed. We all know that Kambosos has stated that the belts aren't going anywhere and will be staying with him at all costs. And if you read into that statement for what it is, then you know this will be an extremely fan-pleasing and a fight to discuss for many years to come. For me, I can't wait, and I have great hopes of seeing Mr. Devin Haney return with the belts and the title of Undisputed. So until then, thanks for stopping by, and as usual, I'm out.